Oh, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for ScubaRadio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling the radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that ScubaRadio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Up under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for ScubaRadio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me.
What up?
And we were bawling yesterday, weren't we?
I guess.
Crying like little girl. I mean, no, bawling like in like we're badass. Right?
Just don't even attempt the Ebonics.
Is that what that was?
I don't know what the hell that was.
Well, we were jet setting across the country. Well, or at least south.
Not jet, prop.
Well, still.
Prop setting.
I mean, I'm trying to sell it. Help me out here. A little. Basically what we did, we got up Friday morning, and our buddy Dennis picked us up in his airplane here in Orlando, and we flew down to Key West.
Here's how you make it sound cool.
For the day.
You already gave it away too fast. But
What do you mean I
we're
gave it
gonna,
away?
You say we flew down to the Keys for lunch.
Well, okay. What, and just leave it at that?
Yeah.
No. There was more to the story.
We grabbed
though.
a burger at Sloppy Joe's.
Their
Actually, we
imaginations
did.
are better than
I knew it.
anything we could have actually. Actually, we did do some pretty cool stuff.
We did some amazing stuff.
We hooked up with the dive god.
We did.
That was awesome. We saw Captain Walt,
Captain Walt DiMartini, Stuart Cove from Stuart Cove's Dive Bahamas,
Vinny Two Tanks.
Vinny Two Tanks, and an assortment of other dive industry folk that were on the Virgin Voyage cruise. They did like a 4-night cruise, Wednesday to Sunday, and they had a Friday stay in Key West. So we arranged to have Dennis come pick us up in his airplane and fly yours truly and Cock Johnson down to Key West. And we, took about an hour and a half or so. Get down there about 11 o'clock. Met them at Sloppy Joe's right there on Duval Street in Key West, and hung out with these diving dignitaries like the Neil Watson, the dive god, Stuart Cove, Captain Walt / Gomez. I think Gomez was in view by the end of our lunch thing, and he kind of, I know, he took a golf cart back to the cruise ship.
Did he?
Yes. You didn't see that?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I think I did see that.
So we started having lunch with
It was
Captain
a
Walt.
large golf cart with several seats.
Right. But we started the lunch with Captain Walt DiMartini, and by the end of lunch, he had morphed into Gomez.
Yeah,
I don't think he was Julio.
He
They
was
saved
headed
that
he was
for
headed
the,
back to the boat to find a bar.
Right. Which he
Which
had
is smart because you got a situation there where you can use your bucks or whatever.
Yeah, they're virgin bucks.
You're not paying cash.
He
for
had a
your
bit of a
drinks.
bar tab he had to exploit on the cruise ship. But the thing is, we did this all in a day. That
I didn't
was
take
pretty
it
cool.
personally.
No, I mean, people can only tolerate us for so long, so I don't blame Walt for peeling off from the group. But from there, we went out with Neil and a couple other folks, and we did the Key West thing, had another cocktail or two, grabbed a cigar, as you might want to do with your buddies, and walked down Duval Street and kind of take in the whole atmosphere. It was a great day, though, wasn't it,
And
CJ?
also, and that's it.
Yeah. That's exactly. I mean, there's things you talk about in Key
right.
West, and there's things you don't talk about in Key West
Tell you later.
that pop up on social media.
Tell
Or
you later.
Greg was
Yeah.
dressed up for Fantasy Fest.
well,
No, he wasn't.
there's no
thank God.
dressing.
Exactly.
It's only painting, and that really doesn't kick in until the end of October.
I thought I was on Sesame Street talking to Snuffleupagus.
Yeah, Yeah, that was not his nose, by the way.
Oh, bird.
So we had a great time catching up with the dive god. Now they had a stop yesterday in Key West. We flew back and forth, got back here just in time to do the show today. Now they are in Bimini today on a stop with the cruise ship.
That's why Vinny's not here. Are zoomed.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And so, but we may.
I told
very
him
well,
when we were. I said, "Hey, I'll see you on the show tomorrow." Oh wait, no, I won't, because you probably won't be able to zoom in.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think we're going to make something happen because they got internet over there. And
I know. I
remember
just
we had
figured
a-
Vinny wouldn't have the wherewithal to do
No,
it
Vinny won't.
himself.
But I was talking
No,
more
no,
like
no.
the dive god.
Right.
Yeah.
Vinny has enough problems turning on the computer.
Right.
And the mic.
And the mic.
Yeah, and the mic.
So
and
once
turning
again,
off the mute. Yeah.
you're welcome. Barry the Bugger,
Hello.
holding down the fort online today, and I think we have Casey too.
Bugger
Casey.
off.
We got the icon of Casey.
Yeah. Do we have you, Casey, or we just have this goofy little headshot of literally just your face?
Couldn't be any smaller.
Yeah. I hear nothing, so I'm going to assume he's having
think
issues.
Issues again, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that wouldn't be the first time. But yeah, Casey the tobacco nut.
Is not here.
He
Damn
would've-
you, technology!
He would have been in his element with us in Key West yesterday, wouldn't
Oh
he?
yeah, the
When-
cigar bar.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking of him when we sent him a picture and said second loser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
that
it
means-
busy down there?
No, it wasn't too
And
bad.
there was. It was.
There were people, you know,
Yeah.
because the cruise ship was in town.
Oh, okay.
So there were people off the Virgin Voyage cruise ship,
It
wandering
wasn't
around.
too
but-
busy. That was nice.
Yeah, I mean that cruise ship is not like one of the massive cruise ships, like from Royal Caribbean or something. It's a little smaller.
That's
but,
the hookup ship.
Okay.
For men.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
It's a hookup ship, right?
No.
I don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
It's the
Yeah.
adults only hookup ship.
If you're
all right.
into
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Well, Barry evidently is.
No, I
You'd
have
love
no
it.
idea.
You would
He's
love
thinking-
it.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's a nice cruise
I'm
ship.
just
It
gonna
is.
say it would be raining men.
Oh.
So-
You're so wrong.
No, I'm not. I've been on the thing a couple times.
Yeah.
with these guys.
Obviously, then you like hanging out with the rest of the men.
Okay.
I didn't enjoy
All
that
right, That's
part.
enough.
Yeah.
You guys.
Did you go to the smallest bar in the world, Greg?
Yeah, we walked by it
Okay.
twice. Yes.
What?
They had
Where's this? In Key West?
Right on Duval Street. Yeah, the smallest bar in the world.
I
Absolutely.
didn't know that.
Last time we were in Key West, we had a cocktail and a cigar right there.
Yeah.
But this time we went around the corner and, we went into Papa Pilar's.
Was it in one of
We
those
got us
like
some of
sun? Is it built into one of those? Remember Sunglass Hut? Those little things.
Yeah,
they
it's
used to
kind of
have?
like an alley. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's
Oh,
small
okay.
because
One
it's
door
the smallest bar in the
with-
world. I mean, it couldn't
Yeah.
be if it wasn't bigger than
Small.
like a closet.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's pretty much what it is. But yeah, it was a good time. And the Virgin Voyage thing. It's a pretty cool itinerary for folks in Florida because it goes out of Miami, spends the 4-nighters will do a night or full day in Bimini, like 8 to 8 p.m., and that's where they are today. And then the other port they'll visit is Key West usually, and that's like a 4-night thing. It's a fun little trip. We've done it like CJ said 3 times. And I
That's
would have
got-
been
that's-
on this one, but I just got back from Alaska, and I hadn't worked off the souvenir I brought back from that cruise. Usually because every time you go on one of these, you'll bring back a 5-6 pound souvenir around your midsection.
Too much fiber?
Not enough.
Not enough
evidently.
fiber for him.
But it's a good time, and it would have been great to spend even more time there with the dive god and stuff. But I just couldn't work it out, so we worked out this plan to fly down to Key West, and it worked out pretty good. I mean, it was a long day, but it was still
it's a fun afternoon. Yeah.
exactly. It was a fun way to do it. The only way to make that better is if we would have flown down to Key West and stayed overnight for a day, did a dive, and then come back or something.
What would have been better is if you flown down to the Key West and then the next day flew over to Bimini. And met
Yes.
up with them again. And then gone out on Neil's boat.
Well, you need money, and we got a plan to earn some more money. You're going to hear about that on the big show today. That's coming up and a lot more on the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Bula! You'll hear that a lot when you visit Fiji. It's more than a greeting. It's the spirit of this friendly country. With 333 islands, white sand beaches, and year-round tropical warmth, it's hard not to feel happy at this exceptional dive destination known as the soft coral capital of the world. Fiji Airways has a modern fleet of aircraft to take you to Fiji in style and at great prices. Contact your travel agent now or go to FijiAirways.com and plan your Fijian dive adventure. That's FijiAirways.com.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, no Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Hey, baby, what's going down?
Later, nerd.
Are you lacking with the ladies?
Nope.
Enhance your scuba superpowers with a new Scuba Radio hat.
Wow, nice hat.
Just picked it up at ScubaRadio.com.
Buy 2 Scuba Radio hats and get free shipping.
Need a dive buddy, sexy?
Always. And I got a Scuba Radio hat for you, too.
New Scuba Radio hats are now available at ScubaRadio.com.
So cool.
Order yours today, or stay a loser.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Jake and I bonded over diving. We love diving. We got our diving licenses together. And one day we were on vacation and he was like, Mil, you gotta be up at 8 a.m. We're going on a dive. And I was like, 8 a.m.?
Yeah.
Dive? Like, what are we?
Vacation, yeah.
And he's telling me, like, we're going to the same spot we usually go to. I'm like, it's boring. Let's go somewhere new. He's like, no, we have to go to this spot. So we go under and we're like many meters down and he gives me like a shell and I like turn it over and it's a ring. And I was like, and I like looked at him and he was like, and I was like, because this means up. I want to go up.
So you can't.
So that technically would mean like, no, I don't want to marry you. I want to go up. So
you can't. You got to make a quick decision.
Hope you see the best in me. Diving under next to me. Hold our breath and we can go down.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to going down. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ and Bubble Boy in the studio with me. Barry the Bugger connected via the web. We got a few of the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad. They're kind of, they're like hanging on. At some point, they're going to join in, I guess, but they're just kind of lingering.
I say cut them off.
You think?
It's disrespectful.
You showered.
I showered this morning.
Thank
I am
you.
clean.
Well, obviously, that didn't help.
Obviously, it didn't help.
I can't smell
I
them.
got all my color of red is on, so I get eliminated
Greg,
in the first half an hour.
At least Barry's here.
It's
though.
good that he showered because you imagine you sweat like a pig wearing that hat.
No, actually, it's very comfortable.
Yeah, he's got his little red watch cap, as everybody can see on YouTube, Facebook Live, and X.
I haven't decided whether I'm
Twitch.
going to wear it at the boat show or not, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, hush up.
If you want to wear it, that's up to you.
I haven't decided. No, I'll wear the World of Boating hat.
Okay.
I will represent properly.
World of
All right.
bloating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Barry didn't come on our little track to Key West.
No,
because,
Barry did not.
He was probably working.
Well, no, we didn't care. We weren't going to invite him.
Well, that was besides the point. You know I don't like little airplanes.
Okay,
I know.
that's it.
Look, Dennis keeps trying.
He does.
He keeps trying. Yeah.
Yeah. I offered him a seat on the wing. I said, hey, we could use a wing walker, Barry. What say you?
Right. No,
And,
I don't like little
That would
airplanes.
throw us out of balance, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It
possibly.
looked pretty tight in there anyhow.
It is.
You know, CJ's in the back.
I barely
He's all the way
fit,
back there.
and
Yeah.
I'm not a big dude.
When it comes to wing walkers, just like scuba diving, it's best to do it in buddy pairs.
You know, that was crazy stuff they did back then.
Yeah,
They
so
had-
we could put like,
Yeah.
Bubble Boy on one end, Barry on the other end, and well, just the weight differential.
There's
would
nothing
probably
to hang
cause
on to, though.
Cause a
Spiral.
death spin.
Those
Yeah.
were done like on biplanes where they could
Yeah.
hang on to something, Greg.
Yeah, but
Safety
so
first.
Bubba Boy, do you feel really wanted in this show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super
well,
convincing.
look, I don't want you guys to feel left out. So actually, this is a very good time for you to be a part of Scuba Radio today because we are making history.
Don't oversell it.
What do you mean? Don't
overhype it. It's not that great.
I think this is huge. I mean,
Not huge.
It's
a new sponsor.
We've been
which is good.
It's a product that we have had a hand in actually developing.
We've done a couple of these.
Yeah, we have Scuba Radio breakfast sausages that kind
They
of
look like turds, but they're good.
but it didn't really catch on as
Well, we'll
big
give
as
it.
we
You got to keep airing them.
Yeah,
like
and that's kind of a
repetition.
thing. But we've been trying to break into foodstuffs.
Heinous anus.
It's a
scuba snacks.
huge segment and a potential revenue stream for Scuba Radio that we have not exploited in the past or haven't had any success doing so yet.
We're throwing this
But-
crap against the wall.
but
See
you-
what's-
literally.
The freezer you have in the garage is full of all that old food that hasn't sold yet.
Well, okay, but I got an eye out for some new opportunities, and Halloween's
to
coming
buy
up.
another freezer now.
Well, a couple years ago, we got that box of cereal that's been staring at me that Barry made years ago with Frankenberry for a couple Halloweens ago.
No. Here, Captain.
Oh, is that what
Greg.
it is, Captain?
I
Crunch?
got it. Hold on.
Captain Greg.
No, that's
Wait,
that's
I made him a box of cereal?
yeah. So
I sent you
Frankenberry.
one?
That's one.
No, no.
That's the one. Bubble Boy.
James did that to me.
Yes, that's right.
He's actually
Yeah.
cuckoo for poo poo puff.
But it made me think of an idea. Like, could we do something like Boo Berry or Frankenberry and do like a diving scuba cereal?
Berry.
Oh well, that's another idea. But
nothing
that
beats
isn't
Captain.
that wasn't the one that came to mind. But we did. We got the creative team together, and I think we may finally have a good solution for a breakfast treat. And listen, see for yourself.
Divers, before you go for that morning dive, fuel up with a big heaping bowl of Dingleberry cereal. From the test kitchen that brought you heinous anus scuba snacks and Scuba Radio breakfast sausage comes Dingleberry cereal. Sweet crunchy corn, oats, and God knows what else cereal. Packed with fiber to keep you regular. Here, try some.
No.
Who's the skeptic, Susie?
Dingleberry Fairy, what are you doing here?
I'm here to tell all the good boy and girl divers to start their day with delicious Dingleberry cereal.
We've been hanging on to this idea.
Dingleberry cereal is packed with fudge.
Oh.
Now you want to try it?
Yes.
So, what do you think?
Yummy!
Dingleberry cereal. There's 2 scoops of poop in every box.
Don't forget the legal disclaimer so we don't get sued again.
Oh, right. Dingleberry cereal. Known in Europe as Klingons, may cause abdominal bloating, swelling of the tongue, painful rash, nausea, headaches, dizziness, uncontrollable rectal bleeding, and severe prolonged diarrhea.
Cue the jingle.
Hit it!
Dingleberry, Dingleberry, it hides in your hairy, hairy Dingleberry good.
Wow. The idea of this.
I hope
product,
they're paying you a lot for that.
The idea seemed better than what ended up happening in real life.
Who makes Dingleberry? Is that Smellogs?
Everyone. There's it's
You
kinda
don't want to know. Don't
very
ask.
personalized type of flavor. I think. I don't know.
Packed with fudge.
Jeez. Oh my gosh.
Y'all
So
are disgusting.
I don't know. What do you think, Barry? Do you
Y'all
got a
sick.
hit for the
Do I?
holidays?
A hit? Sure.
Halloween.
Don't know until you try it.
A breakfast treat for the holidays for Halloween, maybe. Instead of
I-
Frankenberry or or Frankenberry.
I'm not going to try it.
I
You'll
think it's going to
try
be
it.
this. It's going to be the same as the sausages in your freezer that have now rotted.
Yeah.
Everything is somehow made of
What?
human waste.
Yeah.
Well, that's the circle of life.
Oh.
Well, you know
That's
that's
just us trying to be
as
environmentally
Greg gets
sensitive.
older. As Greg gets older, he thinks about it more and more. You know, with
Yeah.
the fiber and all that.
Yeah. Right. Well, we I think we got Casey the tobacco nut back with us now. Do we?
I think Casey just tossed his cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he I don't know if he was late because he was finishing up his bowl of Dingleberry cereal, and that caused a
Bloating.
delayed, time for him to get to the microphone. We'll find out what happened next. Stay close.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Scuba action star Mike Scott is back in a new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys, Reefs Under Pressure. From author Eric Douglas comes the one that started it all. Listen as Mike deals with submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface.
Download Cayman Cowboys or Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, and audible.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater. Dive computers for demanding divers.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Welcome aboard. I will be your captain. You'll be my scallywags. I don't know what that means, but you will be them. And here's how we play.
Thank you for your attention and welcome aboard.
Let's go.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master, and I'll tell you what, I think we got a hit. I already got our first review of Dingleberry cereal. It's from Mermaid Kristen. Greg, wow, you really need to do more poop and butt stuff.
I don't believe that.
I'm reading the text right there. And
That to me. Thank you, Kristen.
Yeah, thanks, Mermaid Kristen, for that first review.
I was so nice to her. I gave her a book about becoming a captain on a boat. And
right.
Just threw me under the bus. Casey hasn't heard the commercial yet. He is interested.
Okay. Well,
wait, how did she throw you under the bus?
Yeah, exactly. I don't get it.
Well, I mean, it's just.
What?
I could feel the love from you.
What does anybody have any idea what Barry is talking about?
I
right
just
now?
tuned
Nothing.
in. Are you guys been picking on Barry? Do I have
No, not at all. I don't know what he's talking about.
Actually, we've been
Okay.
really nice to him this show so far.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
far.
I mean, her review was about the cereal, not
Okay.
you.
What's the name of the cereal?
Dingleberry.
You just
cereal.
heard it.
Jesus, I even heard it.
Oh,
Listen,
no.
Barry.
I am
It
listening.
has nothing to do with you.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay.
Listen, Barry, listen.
Berry.
Yeah, of course. That's how you spell Barry.
Not Barry.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay.
You spell your name
Okay.
with a B, with an E?
No, I don't.
All right,
With an
then.
The cereal isn't really
Hey, I have even
about
money on he
you,
does
about you, about you. Yeah, Barry.
That was pretty good.
I know,
Okay.
but the cereal's
it
not
wasn't.
about you, Barry.
It wasn't about me. I appreciate that then.
Did we reference you anywhere in it? No.
I don't know.
Wow,
now
what
we-
a narcissist.
And actually, but when you think about it,
Did we say anything about your stupid hat or the fact that
Stupid
you have a
hat?
boat or where you live or
No, why would he
anything?
care about my
I mean,
boat?
he
No.
could be the spokesperson
For Dingleberry?
Dingleberry.
Oh, Lord.
Hi, I'm Barry for Dingleberry.
Yeah. Then it would be about you.
Maybe we
Then it
should
would be
have.
about
We probably should have taken that tack.
When
instead
did
of-
you think about this whole
Hey,
thing?
baby, what's going down?
Down. Yes.
We could do Jerry and Barry share dingleberries.
Oh boy!
Oh no, we don't.
Okay, there's the line.
Just crossed over it.
And Casey hits it again.
Well,
Casey can always be counted on for going just a little too far.
yeah, Casey, you were missed yesterday, or actually, you were missed about 30 minutes ago. We were talking about we spent the day in Key West yesterday smoking a cig, and you're Casey the
Cigar.
tobacco nut.
And Casey lives
And-
closer to Dennis than you do.
Well, this is true.
He could have gotten a free ride there.
Yeah, I probably could have met Dennis at his airport.
Yeah, you could have.
Faster than you guys could.
Yeah, but he knew better, and so he
Yeah,
didn't do that.
yeah.
But
No, I noticed I was left out of the
no, you weren't
pickup
left
flight.
out. We were in Captain Tony's, which is like the original Sloppy Joe's, and we took a picture
Yes.
of the three of us hanging out, smoking a cigar, having a cocktail, and we sent it to the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad. Said "Suck it, loser."
That was a blur. Like that part was
Well,
really
you see
quick, and
this,
I didn't even
gentlemen?
remember that until I saw the picture. I go,
You'll,
oh, yeah,
you'll
that's
see
right.
on my picture, I have gone to my phone on the back porch.
Yeah.
This will be how I call you from now on, with my cigar and with my drink.
Ah, very
Suck
nice.
it, loser.
What are you drinking
Okay.
there,
He's got
Casey?
us. He does got us there. He's drinking.
Actually, this is a Papa Pilar on ice.
Nice. That's how you do it. We
Yeah.
had some of that yesterday.
we did. We went by the Papa Pilar Distillery down there.
Good stuff. The
Hemingway.
blonde.
Speaking of distilleries, one
Yeah.
is just opened here in Homosassa that is making whiskey and rum.
Great. That's
Those-
great.
So it's
Sounds like
Homo
there should be a
Sassa,
road trip.
Good for you.
whiskey and rum. Is that what you said?
I don't think you're saying
Yes.
it right.
Huh.
Yeah.
How do you say it again?
Homo Sassa in Florida is where.
It's a distillery in Homosassa
yeah, that's what I said.
Who's Sassa?
that is distilling whiskey and rum.
Okay. And are you
So-
offering your services up as a consultant?
As
And-
a consultant
taster?
and guide, yes.
Homo taster.
all right. If Casey don't go blind, we're going to put this out.
Yep, pretty
Yeah.
much.
All right. Yeah, but have you had any yet?
No, I'm going. It just opened last weekend. I'm going this week.
Okay.
Wait, doesn't that stuff have to sit for a while to ferment or whatever?
It's, the
Ferment,
lead
yes.
batch has been distilled 5 years ago. The original batch.
Oh, so they opened 5 years
So
ago,
it's
but
good
they
and
haven't
rotten
opened
by
okay.
now.
Well, they've been making it. Now they just opened a location for selling it.
Okay.
Thanks
All
for
right.
drilling down on that, Barry.
Yeah.
You're
And do you know the name of the distillery there in Homo Sassa, Florida?
I will have it for you by the next commercial break.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Because, that's a fun little surface interval distraction to have on
I think it would be a good road
Caribbean
trip.
Island. Well, we did that down in the Keys. The only thing we didn't really do in Key West yesterday is dive. And you can't fly and dive, so we couldn't have fit it in
Wait.
even if we wanted to. But
Did you have some spiny lobster tail while you were down there?
What kind of lobster?
Spiny lobster
Spiny?
tail. Spiny
no,
lobster
Spiny
tail.
River.
why? Why would
Spiny
we do
River.
this? Why would we
You
do
were
this?
down in the Keys and you could have had fresh lobster.
Well, it could have, but I went for the black and mahi instead.
Tourist.
The fresh
Yeah.
black and mahi sandwich.
Yeah, it
that's
said
what-
Cisco
that's my
on
go-to.
the side of that sandwich.
Yeah,
CJ
they-
had the grouper just to punish Greg.
No, he did not.
I didn't see that on
Oh,
the
wait.
menu, or I would have.
Nah, they do the mahi thing. That's the black and mahi sandwich is always my go-to when I go south. To either Fort Lauderdale down all the way down the Keys. I'd rather do that than even the lobster. The only time I like to get the spiny lobster is if we catch it ourselves. Barry, you know this.
No, I thought you would
Fresh.
get
What
it.
do you
If
know?
You're down in the Keys. They have it fresh.
Well, so
They-
they have.
they-
I
mahi-
hate, as
mahi,
much
too.
as I hate to agree with Barry, he's right.
What do you mean? He's
They do
right?
have it fresh now.
Everything's fresh in the Keys.
Yeah.
Well, it
I
can
bet on
be.
fresh frozen.
Well,
I meant to get a slice of key lime pie, and I forgot.
my.
I totally forgot.
That's right. We could have
You
got.
should have gotten a. You should have gotten a kangaroo popsicle. They're key lime pie, frozen on a stick, dipped
Right.
in chocolate.
Oh, I've had that before.
Yeah, we had a cigar
I
instead
think they have
and
that
some
Homo
rum.
That's always
Sassa.
a good choice.
Yeah, well, the Papa Pilar and the cigar won out over the key lime.
Yes.
on a stick.
It didn't even cross my mind once we got rolling.
But yeah, Captain Tony's, by the way, is right around the corner from, or literally just a few hundred yards from Sloppy Joe's, the famous landmark down there on Duval Street on the waterfront. But Captain Tony's is the original Sloppy Joe's, and it's famous
that is weird, wild,
for being haunted.
Stuff.
And I told
was it originally
CJ
called,
and Dennis this. Yeah.
Was it originally called Sloppy Joe's,
Yes.
or was it always called?
Yes.
So it was, and then someone else bought it and moved it, or something.
I don't know. It got moved, or they bought the name.
They did
and
need a
moved
bigger
larger
place.
facility.
Yeah. But it is world renowned, not just for being the original Sloppy Joe's, but it's also known to be haunted.
I didn't see no ghost.
Oh, you weren't looking real close. I was sitting on.
I think the music. I think the music was scaring him away.
Well,
I'm
it could have
sure
been.
Fletcher was there.
Yeah. Well, oh yeah.
I didn't smell him.
You weren't trying very hard.
No, why would I?
I was sitting on Mel Fisher's bar stool, and you were sitting on Sean Connery.
I was?
Yeah. That was the other bar stool. They got the famous people on the
You
bar
didn't tell
stool.
me that. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Like, put your
I don't
butt
think
right
I was
down.
sitting. I thought I was standing.
Oh, I guess
You didn't
Dennis.
feel like you'd been shaken, not stirred?
Nope.
Nope.
Actually, it was Dennis who was sitting on Sean
Okay,
Connery.
that's why.
So yeah, I mean, but it's a cool place, but it is haunted supposedly. I mean, it's been in a bunch
By
of those,
what? By who?
shows.
Is
ghost
there a
hunter
famous
shows.
ghost or just random?
I don't, it has so much history.
Freaking rando ghosts.
A bunch of seamen.
I'm sorry?
I've been down there,
Greg,
and they go into Key West,
you're
and they
pushing
go into the bar and get hammered and do
pushing
things they're not supposed to do, and
They'd be dead seamen.
right,
Oh my god.
something like that. All right, more coming up. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Weather is better when you breathe like a fish. Weather is better when you're making a wish. Right now I wish that I was making bubbles, diving away all of my troubles.
Hi, I am Peter, dive guy from Humboldt Explorer and the Galapagos Islands. You are listening to Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to the diving. Now, here's the guy who likes stirring the boobies as much as I do. Ray the Dive Master. Will there be boobies? Oh, yeah.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. And, when you see those little booby birds in the Galapagos, who wouldn't want to stare at them? That's what we're talking about.
No, we're not.
Don't give me that look.
Oh, I misunderstood.
You did.
Yeah.
You did indeed.
You know where they don't is Homo Sasa.
Really?
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, they do. They
Stare at
make
the
whiskey and
No, but they don't stare at the boobies.
rum there. They don't have them. They don't have any boobies.
That's sad.
So,
No,
Papa,
no, well, we do have boobies, but they're
Yeah.
not on the birds.
Oh.
What are they on?
Look at that. We're always
chicks.
learning.
Boats?
no, they're
On
on
the
the
chicks?
chicks.
Boats
On the
mostly.
chicks, yeah, they're on the chicks.
Oh.
So Papa Pilar is also it's produced in Key West. I didn't know that. I
well,
thought it was in the
they have a
islands.
distillery in Key West where that's kind of like where it originated from, because it's
That's
based on a
original.
Hemingway family recipe.
Greg doesn't
Right.
want to brag because he's shy, but I'll toot his horn.
What?
Greg and Dennis bought the last 2 bottles of like a super
Yeah.
special batch.
Right.
Unless that's just like used car salesman stuff, and that's what they tell. Well, we only got enough for, I don't know. Let me
Yes.
check in the back and see what we got.
Wait.
CJ,
Yeah.
the last time we were all there, I thought they were running out of their super special original
Yeah,
batch.
They're always running.
No,
out.
no. Look, they're like
Sucker.
any distillery. Well, I'll give you the rundown here
Greg
because
got
I actually
fleeced.
know. I am kind of a rum connoisseur.
They saw you come and they go, look at this rube.
Many
Watch
times
this."
people listen to Scuba Radio over the years and thought it wasn't Scuba Radio, is rum radio. And I honestly thought about doing that at one point. So I know my rum. And the deal with Papa Pilar is that it's based on a family recipe from the Hemingway family. So they worked with this company, and so they wanted to have a distillery there in Key West because that's where Ernest Hemingway was, a big part of his life, and he's kinda
Family
like
recipe, so they were bootleggers.
He just had his own little mix of booze that he
Right.
liked, and so anyway, so they came out with this Papa Pilar a few years ago, and it's done quite well, and they
really
have a
good.
small distillery right there
Casey
in Key
knows.
West. And it's kind of a touristy thing, but they actually do. It is a working distillery, but they don't do a ton of booze out of there. It's a very unique.
You can see
little
their
distillery.
huge.
It's actually the main batch. They probably maybe they develop it in the distillery there, but I'm not even positive they do that. But it's kind of like their tourist distillery site, and then it's mass produced out of Lakeland, Florida, by the way, for the record, but. They do have special small batch versions of the Papa Pilar rum that they do there in Key West that you can only get in Key West. And if you buy a bottle of the Papa Pilar, the bottle has a little cap on it with a rooster on it, or is like what we like to say because of CJ, aka Cock Johnson, a cock on the top bottle.
Thank you.
Of the thing there, and that means you got one of the bottles that was actually produced in Key West. Right, so they're small batch rums, just like any rum or bourbon or whatever. It can very much they can do different recipes or like age the rum,
Yeah, I
in
would say, what
cherry
did
cask
so
or
they
oak casks.
age them in a cask.
Yeah, and different types of wood and all kinds,
right.
and they'll do these little small batch versions of Papa Pilar.
Which reminds me.
It's not boring. It's unique. And so when we went into the factory yesterday, no, we did. I said, hey. I mean, you got a few different versions here. I know there's
What's
one
the most
particular.
expensive one I can buy?
No, we didn't get that because that was several $100s.
They knocked $50 off for
They
you guys.
did.
Though,
They
supposedly.
did. But I said, do you have anything, kind of unique, like a store pick rum or whatever? And he goes, actually, we do have one that we did
On
for
sale.
Well, we did one for the recent Rum Fest that they have down there in Key West. They were out of that one, but he said we had another one that we ran about 200 bottles on, and I think I got 2 bottles left. Maybe I'll have to go back in the back and look. And sure enough, he had them, so we grabbed those.
That reminds me that after a few of those bars, I was talking to the chickens.
Of course you were.
Oh, there are a lot of chickens walking around there.
Yeah, they greeted Cock Johnson as soon as we got into the Key West proper.
I'm acting like that's totally normal, and these Dennis and Greg aren't phased, but the people walking by were just like,
what's wrong with this guy?
It's just
someone's been drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just sad if you're sitting there outside having a chicken sandwich and a chicken walks by and looks at you.
Well,
yeah, I feel bad for about a half a second. Yeah. They're so good. I did tell them you're delicious.
You did do that, but when they realized, hey, it's Cock Johnson Super Diver,
They're like,
they lined right up.
I think we're safe. He's already eaten. So they weren't in any danger of being slaughtered and consumed.
Right.
Yeah.
But they did kind of look up to you longingly, a little different than the rest of the people.
They know a
in our
leader
party.
when they see one.
Well, I mean, you are CJ,
That's
a.k.a.
right.
Cock Johnson.
Winner, chicken
Super
dinner.
Diver. And so he has his own version of minions that look like roosters.
Yeah, it's all
Key
in
West.
the cadence and how you talk to them.
Yeah.
You can say different things.
Okay. All right.
Really?
All right. CJ
So that's
evidently
what you
has
he's telling us what he really thinks about you.
Actually, I think what has happened is that he never stopped drinking once we.
No, I did.
You did?
Yeah.
From rum to chicken talk.
Let's just say
That's where we've gone.
This morning was a little slow, but I fully rebounded.
Okay. All right. Well, fair enough.
Hey.
With a hearty breakfast of like dingleberry cereal,
Yeah.
you're good to go.
I don't want to
After a day
oversell
of
this, but
drinking
man, I
in
feel
Key
like
West.
I feel like $100.
Really?
Yeah.
$100.
They say I feel like $1 million.
Yeah.
I feel like about 100.
Really? You'd give it that high of a figure right now?
You
You
don't think so?
you look like hell.
You look like crap. So, all right. Well, that's normal.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You know what it is? I forgot my wig.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever you say.
I'm going to get one of those big old Tina Turner wigs.
Really?
Yeah. What the hell?
Why?
Just why not?
Because you can?
They're really itchy, though.
All right. I don't know what you've been doing with them.
Wearing them on my head.
Okay. All right. Well,
none of your damn business.
Yeah, I don't think I want to know. I don't want to know. What I do want to know, however, is how the dive god's doing in Bimini. I also want to talk about Florida stone crab season that is going to be opening up on October 15th and what it involves. And have you ever thought about this question? You know, like lobster, we cook Florida spiny lobster. We cook Maine lobster. We cook crab. Like when I was in Alaska, Alaskan king crab, you steam it, eat it.
Yeah.
Hot.
Okay.
Florida stone crab, you eat cold. What? That's what they
cook
prefer
it right
cold.
away. Oh, yeah. It has to be cold.
Doesn't have to.
That's the one I don't think I
But
like.
why do they make you or have you eat stone crab cold? Anyone know?
Because if you don't, the meat will be mushy, and if you let it get cold, it firms up the meat.
Wrong.
That sounds right
No,
to me.
It does. But if you freeze it, it gets nasty. Frozen
Okay.
stone crab claws are not good. They're not the same. If they're fresh,
So
they'll
you're
pull
saying
right
you
off of
can't
the
eat
claw.
stone crab, Florida stone crab hot?
No,
you are wrong. You are so wrong.
You guys, Greg's always giving me a hard time because I don't like the stone crab. I like regular crab. I like lobster. I love all kinds of seafood. I just don't.
It's a pain in trying to break that massive shell.
Yeah, I tried it once and I was like, this is cold. It doesn't taste
Well, that's
that
what I'm
great.
saying.
I
You
don't
don't
know.
have to get it cold. But it.
Well, they're saying you do.
No, they would once again be wrong.
I don't know, man.
No, they are.
Sounds legit to me.
No, do the majority of people prefer to have it cold? Yes, but why?
They just
gonna
told
end-
you.
No, he doesn't. No, that's not right. That's not accurate.
Really?
I Googled it.
No,
I'm a Googler.
All right.
It's
I'm
gotta
a
be
big time
right
snow crab Googler.
Right.
Not snow crab, stone crab Googler. And we'll talk about that in hour 2. Check in with the dive god in the Bahamas and much more. Stick around, just getting started. Hey, you're hungry now, aren't you?
Nope.
Yep. I am.
Down below if you want to stay in the know. If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio. Let's go!
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio. This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.
Oh, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling the radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that Scuba Radio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for Scuba Radio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome to hour 2 of the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ and Bubble Boy are in the studio with me.
Hour 2, guys.
I know.
Oh, hell yeah.
Your tank's here too. Thank God. But look, we also got the dive god with us. He's, as I said earlier, we met him in Key West yesterday. And today he's in Bimini. Neil, do we have you? Where are you at?
You got me, bro. You got me.
All
Living
right.
the dream in Bimini.
I bet you are. How's the weather in Bimini in the Bahamas today? What can you tell us?
It is spectacular. What a perfect day. What a perfect day. But what a thrill, man, for you to fly all the way down UNCJ to hang with the dive god in Key Weird.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun.
It was
I really
cool.
enjoyed it.
We fit in quite well there,
Yes,
actually.
that's for sure.
But we had an
That is
amazing
for sure.
time and just kind of did what you do in Key West, which,
Yeah,
there's only about
Cocktails,
70% of
cigar?
Yeah, well, that's right. Yeah, 70% of it you can share with the world. The other 30 probably not. But that's fine. That's just what you do. But yeah, having having the opportunity to catch up with you there at Sloppy Joe's and then having a cigar and pop a Pilar rum or two. That was a good time.
I hope I didn't embarrass you at the cigar bar. I was trying to tell the bartender, had no idea who he was talking to, and he mentioned something about diving. I'm like, do you know who this guy is?
He's the dive god. Hello. Yeah. And he did. He just kind of got this look on his face.
Neil was all
"Ooh."
cool, all incognito. I'm like, no.
He's kind
You
of a
don't
big
even
deal.
know, dude.
Right. Right. But you hopped back on the Virgin Voyage cruise ship there in Key West.
Had dinner at the Italian restaurant last night, which is, as you remember, is spectacular.
Right.
And then I woke up this morning, was in Bimini, and I'd arranged for a 6-passenger golf cart to meet us at the boat. And I did a couple of people went diving and did the Bimini tour, Radio Beach and CJ's, and stopped by the Big Game Club for lunch, and the Hammerheads are back.
Really? They're already in season,
guys,
huh?
Big guys. Yeah, we had people in the shark cage at the dock at the dive shop and was shoving the big guys. And
wow. Well, I know Vinny
yeah.
Two Tanks was with you. Did you shove him in the water there with the bull sharks just to see? Was he the tester?
I didn't let him. I didn't let him in the cage. I pushed him off the
right.
dock.
Well, that's what I figured. You're like, hey,
That's
Vinny,
true.
just jump in. We want to see if the bull sharks are here.
There you go. Yeah.
So
and then went by Stewart's and had Conch Shack and had some fresh conch and
wow.
knockout punch, their specialty punch, and
it did its magic. It did what it's supposed to, I assume.
It absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, you get Neil Watson and Stuart Cove together. Oh my God! And you throw Julio on top of it. You're
yeah. It was, but I got a problem. I got a problem, pal. Tonight, I got some money left over in my account.
Yeah.
That I gotta try to parlay into a profit at the casino.
Aha.
But I've never done the slots without my tutor, Greg the Dive Master.
Well,
man.
that's right. I have a system.
Money, and I don't know how to play the darn thing. I mean, it's complicated.
Well, just go find the pit boss and just say, hey, I want to use Greg the Dive Master's slot system.
Walt might be able to help you with that.
Yeah.
Maybe I could. Maybe I could FaceTime you. You can walk me through it.
Oh, yeah, I could. I can help you there, Neil. I mean, the main thing with the slots is you got to do max bet, but you got to find a slot machine where max bet isn't like $25 or $50 a pull. So you just got to make sure which machine you're using. The sweet spot's between $3 and $5 a pull on a max bet on a slot machine, and if you have any kind of mermaid or ocean element on the video screen, that's bonus. It's just what I do too. And you know me, I win every time. You've seen it.
I know. It's amazing. Yeah. We're doing the Wake tonight, which is the steakhouse, which is unbelievable.
Sweet.
I love that place.
I mean, the food is just so amazing. Yeah.
So we've done this cruise with Neil several times before. So the one you're on right now, same itinerary we've done before. You'd still give it 2 fins up. You love it. They're doing a good job with their
absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, the staff is just unbelievable, and everything is included. I mean, it tips. All the food, and they just force more food on you. It's incredible.
That's what they do. That's right.
I'm gonna have to burn ton of calories when I get home.
Yeah.
But,
well,
but
you
it's
know,
worth
you go
it.
on any of these type of cruise things, you're going to come home with a 3 to 5 pound souvenir.
Yeah, well,
It's
whatever.
just it happens on the liveaboard boats, but cruise ships and everything, they just feed you too well. That's part of the whole
for sure.
atmosphere. But man, I wish I was. I mean, we got to at least experience some of it. The only thing we didn't plan out yesterday, well, we should have met you in Key West, spent the day, and then flew over to Bimini. But I had this goofy little radio show that got in the way today.
I wish we had thought of that. I could have given you the key to my apartment, and you could have flown over, stayed the night, and then spent the day with us.
Well,
what were we thinking?
Well, we'll just do this another time. I mean, now that I know the hammerheads are already there, we may have to just pop over to Bimini.
Hammerheads aren't back. The bull sharks are back, not the hammerheads.
Oh, okay. So the hammerheads, you're not expecting them in until what? December, maybe? Or
well, no. Usually November.
Okay.
But
all right.
But
they'll come in for the holidays,
earlier.
like Thanksgiving,
Could be
whatever.
earlier.
Just like all the other tourists.
Giblets.
There you are. But we still got the dolphins, and we got the Caribbean reef sharks, and the bull sharks, and all the
stingrays and the whole thing. Actually, we were talking about that on our flight back from Key West about going to Bimini, and we're saying, Dennis, we've went over there a couple of times and did the hammerheads, and I said, what we got to do is go over there and do the wild dolphin thing. I mean, is that a year-round thing in Bimini, or it just
it's year? I mean, the dolphins are there year-round, but it's kind of weather sensitive because it's up past the island, north of the island.
Right.
So you got no lee,
no protection.
And you need pretty calm seas to spot them. I mean, they're there, and to snorkel with them. So this is through October is primo time still for the dolphins.
Okay.
Water's still warm, clear, and seas are flat. I mean, I don't think we had 6-inch seas out there today. It was just spectacular.
Yeah. It was really nice flying. I was looking at the ocean, flying up from down and back from Key West, and it was just glass all the way down.
Right.
So I was like, you had a good cruising week for your little adventure. Not that even if it was rough seas on one of them big boats, you'd hardly feel anything.
No.
But we'll work that out for Bimini next time. But yeah, it was really a lot of fun hanging with you there, Neil. It made all the other guys, all the rest of the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad, very, very jealous.
They were sucking it.
Good.
They were losers.
Yes, they were sucking it and being losers. That's right.
Total.
Yeah.
Total.
But hey, that's what happens when you hang with the dive god. You kind of feel special. Yeah, that was a good time. Good time indeed, my friend. All right, well, I'll let you get back and plan for your next food helping there on the cruise ship. And but thanks for the update, Neil, and we'll talk to you again soon, my friend.
All right, pal. Have fun.
Yeah,
Later.
absolutely. Yeah, and he's living the life.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Bimini. Oh, that sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
It's Neil's world, and we're just living in it.
That's the truth. That is so true. All right, Jerry the Diver Guy is gallivanting somewhere. We may check in with him and talk a little bit about Florida stone crabs next. Stay close to the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer, and Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Taric is the best, most intuitive, and reliable wristwatch-sized dive computer on the market. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater, dive computers for demanding divers.
How, when, and where it's made has never been more important than now. Just ask all those divers and dive shops that struggled to get products and parts during the pandemic. One relatively new gear manufacturer, however, managed quite well. Nex is one of the few, if not only, dive gear manufacturers to bring regulator and design assembly back to the USA. No shortages during the pandemic for their customers and dealers. And get this, Nex was a Tester's Choice winner in Scuba Lab for 2022 and a Best Buy in 2023. Each Nex regulator system is made to order, cutting down on overhead and allowing you to get exactly what you need for the kind of diving you prefer. This will be the last regulator you'll ever need, since the modular design can easily be modified as your diving skills and preferences evolve over time. Are you ready to make your next dive your best dive? Then go to nextdive.com. That's nexdive.com. Next Underwater Products. nexdive.com.
Scuba action star Mike Scott is back in a new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys, Reefs Under Pressure. From author Eric Douglas comes the one that started it all. Listen as Mike deals with submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface.
Download Cayman Cowboys or Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, and audible.com.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Hi, I'm Captain Slate from Captain Slate's Atlantis Dive Center in Florida, and you're listening to my good buddy and dive pal, Greg the Dive Master, from the world's first radio show devoted to diving, Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio. I love it.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. Jerry the Diver Guy is out gallivanting somewhere. Let's see if we can find out where. Jerry, you with us? Where are you, buddy?
What's going on?
Oh, geez. I think we know. I can
Jerry
tell.
the Diver Guy.
Sounds like he's out gallivanting someplace in the mountains of Virginia, or what are you doing? Where are you?
I am at the world's greatest and last Coliseum in the world.
Last
I'm at
Coliseum.
Bristol Motor Speedway.
Is that Greece or Italy?
Yeah, that's what it's.
That's in Bristol, Tennessee, Greg.
Bristol. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Why? The question is, who are you fighting to the death then? Exactly.
I am fighting all the NASCAR stars.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So you're
who's your driver?
We are tailgating in the parking lot right now.
all right. Okay. Well, so what happened to doing Scuba Radio today? You didn't want to talk about diving because we didn't take you to Key West, or what?
Look, I have been diving all week.
Yeah.
Teaching.
Right.
And I need a break.
You needed a break from diving. You could have went to Key West with us if we would have invited you.
Know, my phone didn't ring there, dirtbag.
Oh, wow. What are the odds?
Ooh,
dirtbag.
About 99%.
See, Greg didn't call and say, hey, come down. But
Hey!
CJ sent me my only friend, CJ, sent me a text and said, hey, we're going to Key West.
Suck it, loser.
I'm a friend to all.
But I was with him, and I was with him when he sent that. No, I was with him when he sent that to
don't
you.
take credit for what he does. No.
All right, fair enough. Well,
Jerry, who's your driver? Who you rooting for?
I don't give a crap. I'm rooting for Michelob Ultra.
Oh, there you go.
That's one of the drivers.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Oh, it's not? Okay. All right. Okay, so you're just out gallivanting, having a good time. Are you?
Oh yeah.
Are you running into any other?
Having a big time.
Are you running into any other race fans and talking scuba diving when they find out you're Jerry the Diver Guy? Or are they going like, "Hey, I want to go dive"?
Actually, you saying that?
Yeah.
There was a couple from Pennsylvania.
Right.
And they are scuba divers. And they walked by and they kept looking at me. And they walked, it's probably 2 or 3 minutes. They walked back up and they stood there and looked at me.
Like.
And they said,
call the authorities.
Are you Jerry? And I was like, yeah. And they said, are you Jerry the Diver Guy? And I said, yeah. And they said, oh, cool. We listen to you.
You're
all
wanted
the time.
in 3 different states.
Oh, yeah. I'm wanted across the world, Greg.
Yes.
Come on.
All right.
All right,
Well,
so we have 2 listeners.
All right, there we go. So
give me credit. So out of 70-some thousand people, I was recognized.
Okay, so they said you owed them money.
No, they like me.
Oh,
They should have you be the honorary.
They like him.
They should have you start the race.
Yeah.
They said that Greg sucked and me and CJ ruled.
Wow, they have good taste. Huh. Jerry,
Yeah.
they should have you do the gentlemen start your engines.
Yeah.
Well, it'd have been, gentlemen, who's drunk?
Okay. All right. I think we know already.
The whole crowd goes crazy.
That was a rhetorical
Who's
question.
drunk? Jimin.
Mm-hmm.
I have been drinking since 10 o'clock this morning.
All right. Well, at least
As
you're
one
by-
does. The tailgating starts early with
He's not
races.
diving, but at least he's around liquid and
Oh,
things.
yeah. I've dove all week.
All right.
He'll be making a lot of pit stops.
All right. Well, Jerry, go back and enjoy the race. Try to stay out of jail, and then we'll get a follow up next week on the big show. Then, okay?
Oh yeah, we'll be on live next week with you, and as always, you know I love you. But who's drunk?
Wow. He's gonna join us next
All
week.
right.
I think that was a threat, more than a promise.
I think he's having more fun than I am right now.
We were kind of having that kind of whole vibe going yesterday in Key West, though.
Man, that was a good time.
Maybe we set the pace for Jerry's race. He was trying to catch up to us yesterday. You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember texting him. Let me put it that way.
Well, I rest
He
my
says
case.
I did.
Last time
I guess I
checked,
did.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, that airplane can land at numerous airports. There's one just up the road from me. So
Right. Well, we were already maxed out on weight. Yeah. Sorry. I was a co-pilot, and CJ was parasitic drag.
I was riding bitch.
Yeah. So
Is that considered riding bitch if I'm in the back, or is Greg riding bitch because he's in the front?
No, he's ballast.
No, I was co-pilot.
But who's bitch, me or Greg?
You. Always.
I'm asking Casey because he seems like he would know.
He doesn't know. He's a tobacco nut. How would
actually,
he know?
I had a pilot's license, but I had to give it up because my eyes went bad.
Yeah, see?
And
You know what though?
cigars in his
Dennis
eye
told me
sockets.
if they're corrected, you're
actually,
good to fly.
CJ, the technical term for where you were riding is cargo.
Ah,
all right. Well, that's better than bitch.
I like the latter. But anyway, or parasitic drag. How you feel about that?
Parasitic.
Yeah. You're a Klingon.
Like I'm
Actually,
slug.
CJ, you were in the safest place of the airplane.
I'm in the what?
You were in the safest place of that airplane.
How's that?
Yeah.
I'm right over the wing.
Right.
I'll discuss that with you off the air.
Why?
Huh?
Why would it be
because I lost a friend in an airplane crash. The only one survived was the one in the back.
Oh Jesus. Okay. Thank you.
All right, how to bring us down, Jay?
Well, Vinny's not here, so somebody
has
has
later.
Somebody had to go morbid.
He had to channel.
Yeah.
Channeling some Vinny Two Tanks comments. Okay.
Moving right along.
All right. Florida stone crab. You know,
Yes.
I mentioned this
Yes.
earlier.
Mushy and disgusting.
Yeah,
you
said
guys
you can't eat them hot.
Well, no, I said you can eat them hot. You said you can't. I'm saying that's not true
They
at all.
said that you don't because of the
They
consistency.
said no, that's not true. Well,
That's what they said.
most people prefer that they are cold or chilled.
But there's got to be a reason.
Well,
You don't eat
it's-
other seafood.
It's like
shrimp. You do.
shrimp cocktail.
Scrumpus, scrump
But do you have cooked shrimp too? And that's
Yeah.
what Barry and Casey
Yeah,
were
but
saying.
shrimp-
You don't eat them hot. No,
But they're
you
not
can
the
eat them
same.
hot.
They're not the same species.
Right, but you can eat stone crab hot too.
And
Like
you
if you
could
catch
eat
them,
shrimp. Yeah, you could eat them cold or hot,
Right.
depending on how you cook them.
well, you got to cook them first, and you
Yeah.
could eat them right after, let them set for a little bit, and then have them cool down maybe just a little bit, so they're not piping hot. But you could eat them right then. when
Okay,
they're
so
warm.
why would you not? What is it?
Why would you not eat them hot?
No, why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because you want to have them chilled.
Why?
He's got nothing.
Because it's like you eat them like
rest my case.
No. I'll
You're
explain.
telling us you can eat them hot.
You can, and you can if you want. It's just personal preference. I'll explain.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of ScubaRadio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures ScubaRadio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Hey, man. Hey, what are you doing today? I don't know. I was kind of bored. You want to do something cool? Well, like what? We could go scuba dive. Oh, yeah, that sounds great. I've never done it before. Well, there's only a few things that you gotta do to be good at it, and it's really easy to learn. Here, I'll show you. Come with me.
Okay, everyone, let's get our gear on. Let's go for a dive. Thanks, right here.
Now to be a scuba diver, it can be so much fun. Making memories and sharing good times in the sun. Descend with the quickness, equalize so you don't pop. To avoid decompression sickness, always make a safety stop. You know, gonna be a scuba diver. Gonna be an underwater survivor. I'm gonna be a scuba diver.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to being a scuba diver. And one of the things you could do is dive down and catch Florida stone crab. After October 15th, that's when the season opens. So, there's a thing about eating stone crab is much different than Florida spiny lobster. The typical way it's served up like a Joe's stone crab famous place down there in Miami is, the stone crab are cooked as soon as they're caught. They boil them usually, and then they put them on ice, and then they serve them up on ice, cool, with mustard sauce. That's the typical and most popular way to eat them. But can you eat them warm, like heated or whatever? Absolutely, you can. It's a thing. I mean, but most people prefer them cold. Now, when they're warm, right after they cook them, you would still have to break the shells, and it might be a little trickier to get the claws off. But can you eat them warm? Absolutely, you can eat them warm. And the one thing I don't understand, or I've never really got on that, is like I love Alaskan king crab or snow crab or whatever, and you dip it in butter and you're in heaven. I would think Florida stone crab are exactly the same way. If you had them warm, you wouldn't necessarily have it hot, but could you eat it warm and dip it in butter as opposed to that mustard sauce? Why not? I think it would still be quite good. Are you with me, Casey? You think that's an option? You just haven't heard.
I think
heard about it.
I think it's an option. The only thing is, as you would want them to cool off some, because cracking that shell is very thick and it gets really hot.
Well, yeah, of course.
Meat would be good, but I don't see why you couldn't eat them warm.
You'll burn your hands.
Well, no, I don't think so. That's
much.
That's what gloves are for.
Crab claw. It's like, gloves. Okay, now you're getting fancy.
Well, you just whack it with a mallet anyway. I mean, you're not going to.
And also the crab.
I mean, you don't necessarily.
Yeah, you whack it too hard, now you have mush.
Well, but that isn't going to matter whether it's warm or cold, though. I don't think. I don't think it would matter.
The place
you don't beat them like a judge's gavel.
The
Well, kind
commercial
of.
places don't even use a hammer anymore. They have a thing that you
They have
kind
a
of run the
stone
crab
crab
like
vice.
it's a vice that you put it in and you kind of turn a wheel and it crushes it as it pulls it through.
We could have a
without
contest.
destroying it.
We could have a contest.
I say we just take some Colossus size stone crab, which is the largest
I don't know if
size.
they're really
You
worth.
just throw them up against Barry's head.
I think we
Thank
should have
you.
a contest, and everybody whacks it, and we could call it the whack off.
Whack-a.
Now, would
Whap-a-da,
we have a
whap-a-da, whap-a-da.
warm whack off?
Off
or
or
a
Okay, that's-
cold
cold whack
that'll
off.
be-
I would say,
Yeah, this is the
pass
other.
on it.
Okay, so reason I brought the warm versus hot up is because it is traditionally served cold.
Cold, yes.
They are served cold on ice. You know, kind of like a shrimp cocktail kind of thing, I guess. You can make the
Yeah.
comparison a little bit. But, I mean, you can't eat them warm, too. And the people that eat them warm are generally the people that go out and catch them themselves. Like they go down scuba dive or free dive down and catch them. And they do that.
They do that.
Yes.
Yes.
what they done doed it.
And there is a technique to dive down, and you take your hand and you grab the buttocks
I'm
of
sorry?
the stone crab.
That can't be the
You
right
grab
word.
it from behind,
Gluteus
and then you bring it up,
maximus.
and then the claws are outstretched out. But there is a way to grab them, and then you look at the crab like, okay, that claw's big. I
Butt
can
grabber.
get it, and then you crack it off, and then you go and set
And
it
you
back
better
down.
be fast because if that crab grabs you with the other claw, you're going to be sorry.
Well, you grab both claws. Once you get it from behind and you pull them up, I've seen the video.
So
and
you
then they
Come
grab
from behind,
both claws.
grab it, and then whack it.
Well, you grab from behind, and then you grab both claws, and then you have the crab, the way you want it, and then you pop
Incapacitated.
the claw that's the one that looks
you
like
bring,
legal size.
Will you have your GoPro when you do that?
Well, he'll need two hands.
Because I want to film you when you go catching a stone crab.
Yeah, we'd like to watch you.
Well,
Your technique
if I do
is
it,
everything to us.
I'm going to film it, absolutely. And
Yeah.
then, but the thing is, the people that catch them usually, they'll take their catch, and then they'll go back to their hotel or their apartment or whatever, and they'll boil them or steam them.
What do they do? Boil them?
You don't take the whole crab. You just take the claws.
Claws, right? And,
You
but
snap
then,
'em
then
off.
they'll eat them warm. They'll let them cool off a little bit, like you said, but they'll eat them right away. The fresh, fresh as possible.
No.
All right,
No.
my
No,
question is,
no.
Greg,
No.
Greg, have you eaten
Ice.
one warm?
So much better on ice.
Off the rails.
Say that
Have you
again.
eaten one warm?
No, but I'm telling you that I think they would be quite tasty just with butter as opposed to
Do you know
always doing the
anyone
mustard
that's
sauce.
eaten them warm?
Yes, I've seen it. That's what I saw some videos on it.
Do you know anyone who's eaten them warm?
Yes, I've seen their videos of them eating them and then saying, "Hey, these are really good."
Not videos. Actually,
Personally.
I know the people in the
person.
videos.
Oh,
That counts.
No. They're
Okay, here's the other. Okay, so anyway, it's just
Liar.
the bottom line is it's a myth that you have to eat them cold. Now, yeah, do the majority of people eat them cold? Yes. Do you have to eat them cold? No. That's my point. Now, the other thing is I don't get this one at all, and I haven't found any reasoning behind this. But Florida stone crab come in 3 sizes if you go pick them up at the market, right? At the fish market.
Yes.
They come large, jumbo, and colossus.
Right.
Why is that? Why isn't it medium, large, and jumbo, or
Vente.
small, medium, large? Why?
Mini maxi.
Why is it large or medium, large, or no, medium,
Large,
jumbo? Wait, is there a fourth one? Is it medium, large,
Now I gotta
jumbo,
go.
and colossus?
Marketing.
Yeah, Colossus is. Yeah, but there are very few of those, and they're very expensive.
What do you mean there are very few of them? That's a lie.
They'll kill you.
No, because how many? You have to have a crab that actually lived long enough and had his claws long enough for them to get that big.
Well, but they charge a premium for them. But are they
Of
available?
course they do.
Absolutely, of course.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm just saying,
But I don't know
why
if they're
is
any
that?
better.
How
though?
often do you have those, Greg?
What, Colossus?
Any kind of stone crab.
When I have any opportunity to get them.
So do you just buy them and have them at home?
I had a Colossus exam once. Is that the same thing?
No, you're thinking colorectal.
Ah,
Oh, jeez.
colonoscopy,
Same difference.
where they take stone crab and no, they don't.
And Oh,
Yes,
you gotta
change
fast.
subject.
You gotta fast, and then when you break that fast, dingleberry cereal.
Wow, that's how they mentioned that. Okay. Well,
you have
anyway.
to play that for Casey. He hasn't heard it yet.
Ah, too bad.
Yeah.
Oh, we're running out of time.
Well, I don't know. I'm getting kind of hungry. Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bubble Boy?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well,
Bit
I don't
peckish.
know.
Might
I mean, all
You
this
got
talk of
some
Florida stone
Colossus
crab.
claws?
Well, we don't have any stone crab. It's not season doesn't open up till October 15th, so we're crap out of luck. However, we very well may have some the new Scuba Radio cereal that we could break open. I have a test box here.
Oh boy!
In the studio, so let me see if we can rustle that up, and we'll share that with everyone and get their thoughts. Maybe some testimonials next. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You are now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Take a look at it on the ocean floor. Just go down there, take your scuba gear and go down there. One of you would do that, I know.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. Okay, so Casey's getting hungry. And, it just so happens we have the first test box of Scuba Radio Dingleberry cereal. If you missed the debut, here you go.
Divers, before you go for that morning dive, fuel up with a big heaping bowl of Dingleberry cereal. From the test kitchen that brought you heinous anus scuba snacks and Scuba Radio breakfast sausage comes Dingleberry cereal. Sweet crunchy corn, oats, and God knows what else cereal, packed with fiber to keep you regular. Here, try some.
No.
Who's the skeptic, Susie?
Dingleberry Fairy, what are you doing here?
I'm here to tell all the good boy and girl divers to start their day with delicious Dingleberry cereal.
We've been hanging on to this idea.
Dingleberry cereal is packed with fudge.
Oh.
Now you want to try it?
Yes.
So, what do you think?
Yummy!
Dingleberry cereal. There's 2 scoops of poop in every box.
Don't forget the legal disclaimer so we don't get sued again.
Oh, right. Dingleberry cereal, known in Europe as Klingons, may cause abdominal bloating, swelling of the tongue, painful rash, nausea, headaches, dizziness, uncontrollable rectal bleeding, and severe prolonged diarrhea.
Cue the jingle.
Hit it!
Dingleberry, dingleberry, it hides in your hairy, hairy dingleberry good.
Okay. So if that didn't ruin your appetite, Casey.
Yeah!
I can't imagine anything that would, you have an iron stomach.
She throws up when she finds out about the
You're hiring a whole new branch of lawyers just to come after you, Greg.
No. We had a disclaimer. We're totally off the hook.
Can't get blood from a rock.
Right. So anyway, there you go. It's we're breaking into food stuff, and we haven't had much success yet.
Well, it's only aired twice.
Right.
I can see where a bowl of dingleberry and some scuba tank sausages and
right.
That'd be a good
combo. I mean, if you want to up the protein, you'd throw in some Scuba Radio breakfast sausages to round out a healthy breakfast.
Maybe you put some toys in the box.
Oh, yeah. What would be the prize in the cereal box?
A little snorkel.
You think?
Yeah.
Made of?
Poo.
Oh, wait. That's right. That's already in there.
Wait. No, that wouldn't work.
No,
that would already be in the Dingleberry cereal.
How about a little
marshmallow?
stone crab fork?
Like a mallet?
Ow.
Yeah, there you go.
A mallet.
Since you love that so much.
How about some melted butter? Yeah, there you go.
Stick of butter.
Yeah,
Greg. What are
Right.
the current prices of stone crab claws? Do you know?
Well, it depends on the size.
Okay, so we'll start with mediums.
Mediums, $24.99.
Nope, 29 a pound. Try large.
Okay, large will go up by about $3 or $4 more bucks.
I'm gonna say
And
32.
Colossus will probably usually be about 39 or 45 bucks a pound.
$38 for large, $50 for jumbo, 52 for Colossus.
52.
Now, 52. Now you only get 1 to 2 claws for Colossus. Why would you want to spend $52 on possibly
Because
1 or 2 claws?
They're Colossus.
Yeah, but are they really that much lobster meat in? I mean,
Yes, there is
crab meat
actually.
in them.
Here's the thing. That's why they charge a premium. Not only are they harder to find, so they jack the price up. The thing is when you get bigger stone crabs, claws, they're easier to eat. Just like the Alaskan king crab is. You can get an Alaskan king crab, that is as big as your arm, and in diameter there. And the beautiful thing about those is you crack them open and this big, massive piece of meat comes out, and it's.
Wait, I don't.
Did I make a joke?
No,
I was just
Yeah,
describing.
Greg, we don't want to hear about you playing with big pieces of meat. It's scary.
Yeah, massive pieces of meat.
You guys are immature.
Big,
Put that meat in your mouth,
massive
Greg.
Inappropriate.
Melts in your mouth.
So, but that's the thing. It's extremely easy and it's
But the question
amazingly
becomes
good.
is I could understand not getting mediums because you get 7 or 8 of them. But if you were to break them all up and just take the meat out and then see
It's
how
a lot
much
of
you're
work.
paying. How
Have
much
you
you're
ever
paying
eaten a
for
crab?
just a shell? But I mean, you're paying for the shell too.
No, you're not. You're paying for the meat inside the shell.
Well, you're paying for the weight.
How do you?
And
how
you're
can
paying
you
by the
poss-
pound. It's
Correct.
measured
How
by
can
the
you
pound.
Come
possibly
on, baby,
weigh
work the meat.
meat
once
in a
again,
shell?
Work the meat.
If
Come
you-
on, baby, work the meat. Work the meat now.
That's not a thing.
Sorry.
But if you take a Colossus Florida
Yeah.
stone crab and you crack that thing open, one claw will be a whole meal
Oh,
for
hell
somebody.
yeah.
It's a lot of meat in those, and
Okay.
they're easier
Man,
to
you
get
could-
to as well. So
All right.
they're
You could
easier.
crack open a claw,
Yeah,
crack open a claw, and then mix it into your dingleberries.
you don't mix it into anything,
Oh, you
especially
do?
that.
All chilled.
Wait, you dip your dingleberries into the meat.
There you go.
What you doing?
They bought into
What
it. I
you
love
do in your bedroom is between you and your
it.
dingleberry.
Your God.
We coat the
all
claw
right,
in butter,
look,
then roll
I
it
don't
in
Well,
know
blueberries.
how
luckily,
this
luckily, stone crab season
happened.
is going to start soon. So
Yeah.
And while you're eating it, you can roll around in the butter.
now you could fly down there with Dennis. Last time you went there, you didn't end up eating there. You ended up eating in, I think, Marco Island, didn't you?
Well, that's one of the places where you get them fresh.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
you
Marco's
can
right
fly-
next to Everglades City, where they do the
But-
Florida stone crab thing.
But there is an airport at Everglades City. There's not an airport. What do you call
True,
it?
and there's one in Marco too. We flew into Marco instead
Yeah,
of Everglades City that day.
Should have gone to Everglades City.
Well,
It's better.
it doesn't matter. I'm just saying we went into Marco Island because, well, we're actually meeting the Aqua Gypsy down there. That's what it was.
you're meeting her. But
And
she's now up north.
so, but it's right next to Everglades City, so that whole
Hot
area
honey.
there, you can get a lot of the Florida stone crab when they're in season. They go out every day and they bring in the
Yep.
Florida stone crab, and you can get it fresh and get your
Best
Colossus.
in the world.
I mean, Colossus
Hey,
are
you can-
really
you
super
can eat-
expensive, but
yes.
You
but
can
if you
eat a
go with the
Colossus.
jumbo, I'll tell you the jumbo size is pretty good too.
Yes.
Like most people, if you gave them 1.5, 2 jumbo claws, they're in heaven. That's more than enough food for one person. One
Yep.
Colossus might be enough for one person. But
well, large are also good.
what?
The large are also good. You'll get 4 to 5 large for a pound.
Well, okay. And once again, that's more work though. Now you got to crack open
No.
4 claws. That's
you
what
don't
I'm saying.
crack them. They do it for you. It's
Oh.
already served. No way. I get
It's
we
still
get-
a lot
I
of
just-
work. They crack them. You still got to peel off all the crap.
Oh, you poor thing. Someone's got to feed you now? How
yeah,
old are you?
duh.
Hi, my name's Greggy. I'm 3 years old.
What
Feed
happened?
me. I don't know how to
How
eat.
about instead of butter, we use hot honey?
Hell yeah. Drizzle
On
some hot
crab? I don't know if that
Sure.
would it be
Yeah.
good on crab?
Probably.
Little crabs,
Why
some
not?
dingleberries, and some hot honey.
Oh no. Greg only Greg eats the dingleberries.
And besides, the cereal, it's a breakfast thing. It's really not. You know, you don't have like stone
You
crab
could have
for
breakfast anytime. You know that.
Well, you could, but you know, it's
Yeah.
not advisable. Actually, any time to have dingleberry cereal, I would advise.
This may be the worst show we've ever had.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. We finally achieved something.
I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying. I just realized it. It's something. At least that's
well.
something.
Hey, you learned about Florida stone crab,
which
today.
I don't like. So
what do you mean you don't like it?
I don't like the taste.
Well, you only had it cold with mustard goo on,
and I didn't like it.
I know
You were like,
need
this is really good. You're gonna love this. Okay.
We'll get it. We'll get it warm. That's what I'm saying. Next time we'll try some.
Put hot honey on it.
It's not gonna change the flavor that
with
much.
Butter, either like butter, all buttery.
Nope.
Oh, buttery.
I'm thinking some warm hot honey.
I'll get a couple grouper sandwiches.
Yeah. With some dingleberry cereal on the side.
Hell yeah. And that's it.
All right,
Okay.
wake up, James. Wake
on
up.
that disturbing note, we're going to wrap it up till next week. Remember, it's always
Downward
better.
sweater. Oh, sorry.
Where?
Downward sweater.
Downward sweater.
Yeah, he got it. Finally. Safe diving, everyone.
Goodbye. Drop.
If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio. Let's go!
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio. This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.